So it's time for another player profile, and today we're going to hit another heavy hitter. We've already profiled the BIC, Shawnee, Lef, Mark in Boston. If you've missed any of them, they all live on YouTube. Get to our YouTube channel and find it there. Today, I'm going to profile a dude that you really can't avoid if you listen or watch this program, because Broadway Victor is a high-volume jungle contributor. Some of the other all-time greats lay low for most of the year, maybe make one or two calls outside of smack-off season, not Vic In NoCal. No, Vic is a constant presence and has been for a long time. He's also a smack-off champion. He ripped his first and only strap at smack-off 16 way back in 2010. He might only have that one strap, but he's also had a lot of close calls. He's hit the podium 5 times, including 2 of the last 3. So he's still on his game. He still hasn't really lost anything when you think about it. Now, I've long said that Vic is one of the most dangerous clones in the jungle, and that he's a threat to win any smack-off he calls into, and both these things are true. However, you would never know it judging by the last smack-off, because not only did Vic fail to place in the top 10 at smack-off 29, he got run right out of the main event. Remember?
And then we got Mike the dentist, who was Jeff the lawyer's brother. And there's Johnny the Brick and his guys, Ricky Big Nose and Ricky Four Eyes, who are actually the same guy. And then we got Mikey Two Times, who got that nickname because he says everything twice, like, I go hard in the paint because y'all can't. Hard in the paint because y'all can't. I do declare, I do declare.
That's not a good call. No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call.
So, my dude, rare is the day that you see. I hate to do that to you, Vic. But since you're still trying to justify that disaster, I actually couldn't help myself. Now, I'm glad it happened, because I know you, dude. You're a vengeful dude. I know this. I know that that's got you hungry for revenge. The revenge call. I know you want this badly. I know you're as hungry as you've ever been for that second strap. In fact, Vic might be both the hungriest and thirstiest clone in the jungle, at least when it comes to our Cindy. That's one thing we also know about Vic. He's not afraid to go right at the XR4 Ti in more ways than one.
Rome, I want to give a shout-out to James Kelly. Yo, what up, Guardian Cap? How you living, bro? And you know I got a shout-out to my gal, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. How you doing? How's your life? You doing all right? Good, good. And, Rome, I see that other lady there, but what happened to that ginger with the ponytail and the big nose with his Ichabod Crane-looking ass? I mean, damn, between that guy and old Pumpkinhead Kelly over there, you got the whole cast of Sleepy Hollow covered. As far as my boy Alvin, Rome, you know how Kyrie Irving has that nickname, World B Flat, which is pretty funny, by the way, but it got me thinking, what if Alvin DeLauro, that's former McDonald's high school All-American point guard Alvin DeLauro, what if he never gave up his hoop dreams to go make babies? What kind of NBA nickname might Alvin have had? We know Alvin gets a lot of booty, so how about Mo Cheeks? Or how about Jeff Horny Sex? Or Pervy Ellison. Alvin, you're a pervert. You're a sick little man.
Hey, what up, Guardian Cap? No, Vic, Alvin is not a pervert or a sick little man, and Cindy is not available. So you can cut that crap. It's just not happening. But it's also pretty clear that this dude's not afraid. He'll take a swing or shoot his shot at anybody, and that really is his specialty. That's his brand. So don't get it twisted. Vic is a man of many talents. He can do an amazing impression. For example, he's even got a pretty decent singing voice. But it's what happens if he gets you in his crosshairs that really makes that guy so dangerous. Just ask Shawnee, the Cablinasian.
Well, let's talk about those Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos space rockets. Did you know that every time they fire up one of those flying penises, it costs like $100 million? Dude, they could save themselves a ton of money if they would just place the rocket on one end of a seesaw and then have Shawnee the Cablinasian launch it into orbit by simply jumping on the other end of the seesaw. Shawnee is really fat, Rome. I'm pretty sure he's been doing some of that intermittent eating. That's where you do nothing but eat for 16 straight hours, and then you take a nap. Wake up 8 hours later, and you do it all over again.
You see what I mean? The dude is pretty comfortable picking a target and then just bludgeoning that target with smack over and over and over and over again. However, as brutal as Vic can be, he's also known to call in under various different identities, including Kermit in Kansas City. And who will ever forget him showing up as Bella's cat? Let's go to Bella's cat. Hey, Bella's cat, what's up?
Meow. Thank you for taking our call again. Meow. Bella has been keeping me in a state of neglect and disrepair. My hair has grown wild and bushy. Meow. I am unkempt.
That's not a good call. No.
Alvin, I don't really know what the hell you're doing,
Like that call. Not a
but I know
very
you're
good
not
call.
listening to the call. I am unkempt. Meow. Of all the jungle clips, I wish that I had never heard and that I can never unhear. That one's pretty close to the very top of the list. But that's just Vic. You're never exactly sure what he's going to do, how he's going to approach it, what kind of smack he's going to run, or who he's coming for next, or who he'll show up as. He could even break into song at any time, as he reminded us only a few weeks back when he called in with his unique rendition of the song Sail by AWOL Nation.
Hey, Alvin, if you're going to insist on playing that sound, can you maybe at least mix it in with something else? You know, just to make it a little less awful? Here's an idea. How about you put your little audio skills to use and you splice in that sound of Abigail's apparatus into a remix of the song Sail by AWOL Nation? So it might sound a little something like this. Plung, 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 plung. Sail. This is how I show my love.
All right, Vic. That's better. Well, I don't really know why we keep running him. Now, that said,
Not a very good call.
that actually was a really good call. Like I said, a man of many talents. And when he calls, that means dangerous on the line. And I've got to feel that if he calls on Smack Off Day, he's going to wake up feeling very dangerous that day. Dangerous enough that he might win it. Dangerous enough that he might get his second strap. And he's been working for it. It's been 15 years. 15 years of this.
Hey, what's up, Rome? You're welcome for the Vine. I'm not saying Caleb isn't skilled with the ladies, but if he were a Star Wars character, his name would be Han Solo. Little Albie's an animal. Dude, that guy gets more ass than Kelly Clarkson's lazy boy. Brad, there's no need for you to constantly be kissing Rome's ass the way you do, my man.
Romy, God bless you for taking my call, Romy. I'm sorry I haven't called you, buddy. You know I love you.
I excel in the boardroom. I excel in the weight room. I excel in the bedroom. These hacks are like a bunch of maggots. They eat up all the bad takes, the lame jokes. They gobble it all up, man. Well done, maggots. Well done. Cabo Nation, I take all those smack-off titles of yours and slap a big fat asterisk on them, all right, bro? Because those were all before my era. Shawnee the Asterisk in Houston. I wake up at 2:30 in the morning. Oh, yeah? Well, I wake up at 1:40 in the morning. And my house doesn't even have a water heater or electricity. I just do everything with cold water and candlelight.
Yo, Romy, what's cracking, kid? I'm doing outstanding.
Mark, you're a nerd, all right? You make Steve Urkel look like Suge Knight. See, you came in here today, Mike, calling other people scrubs, but I don't think you even know what that word really means. See, a scrub is basically a guy who thinks he's fly, also known as a buster. You know, he's always talking about what he wants, but he just sits on his broke ass. And that's you, Mike. And you just got TLC'd, my main man. Clones, I got the touch, I got the power, and that's what makes me a winner. I got the touch, I got the power. I'm a star, man.
I'm a big, bright, shining star.
You are a star, man. Broadway Victor. Incredible. That's your Smack Off 16 champ. He's hit the top 10 12 times in his career. He's finished in the top 5 an impressive 8 times. He's hit the podium 5 times, including 2 of the last 3. And the best part, he's pissed. I mean, more so than normally. He's hungry for revenge after getting run right out of Smack Off 29. So as Vic, as always, we will be eagerly anticipating your call on the 31st. And if you can keep the dated movie references and hitting on Cindy to a minimum, you might just rip your second strap, my dude. I've got a feeling I'll hear from you before then. But either way, I'll look forward to hearing from you that day.